Modern agriculture is war. Defoliants, herbicides, insecticides, fertilizers, fungicides, and pesticides. At the end of World War II, the military-industrial complex needed new markets for its surplus chemicals. The agricultural-industrial complex was born. We've taken the chemicals, so adept at annihilating the enemy, and turned them against nature and ourselves. Toxic oceans, toxic water, toxic air, and toxic food are the result. From the chemical deserts of factory farms to our inner lives, our world, as a place of nature, is unrecognizable.
Here we've got ones a wee bit older. Oh, this is, oh, look at that, wow.
He has a fascination for worms.
Well, each one of those has got a name, you know.
He knows more about soil than almost anyone on this planet. His favorite animal is the cow.
This is cow dung. It's been in here for about, probably 4 months, 5 months now.
He loves to stir cow dung in a bucket. A gardener from New Zealand and a bucket of cow dung. Could this simple recipe be a way to save the world? Peter Proctor is the father of modern biodynamics, an arcane form of agriculture that was begun early last century by the anthroposophist Rudolf Steiner.
What we need are some cups.
For 6 decades, Peter's been farming, building gardens, and advising farmers all over the world. In the last 15 years, he has visited India 25 times.
Well, what we're going to take with us? You know, I mean, the packing is the next thing, isn't it? What do you reckon?
Peter and his partner, Rachel Pomeroy, a botanist and astronomer, are now leaving their home permanently and moving to India.
I got a picture of how possible all this was. I mean, the size of the country just blew me away, and the numbers of people and the traffic and so on. It was just, but I could see underneath there was this connection to the land, and this was when I heard the goddess of prosperity lives in cow dung, and that on every cow resides 40 million gods. 40 million gods? Yes, every hair, sir. It represents a god.
For Peter Proctor, there are no half measures. He is almost 80. He has a glass eye and boundless energy. He is hard of hearing, but for him, the earth sings. Peter sees India as the completion of his life's work. He believes biodynamic agriculture may be the last chance this planet has. For millennia, organic farming was practiced in India without any marked decline in soil fertility. The Green Revolution, which began in the mid-60s, was supposed to alleviate world hunger.
The misguided idea was, if you fed the soil with chemicals, the idea was input, output. The more you put in, the more you get out. But what people didn't realize was that the chemical actually would kill the nature of the soil. It's created soil poverty. And this is what we have to repair right across the world.
Most of us are far removed from the fields where our food is grown. Separating us from food, our primary source of life, is a vast, globalized distribution system controlled by multinational corporations.
Monsanto is a company which has monopolized seed, almost have monopolized seed, and its only objective is that every farmer in the world, whosoever buys seed, buy from Monsanto.
In a rural landscape otherwise devoid of advertising, Monsanto's fluorescent green and orange signs are everywhere. Biotech seeds cost nearly 400% more than conventional seeds. Farmers often find their yield is 30% less.
Weedicide.
Seed dealers get huge commissions from suppliers.
Oh, 2,4-D. 2,4-D is a hormone, recognized hormone in weedicide. It's old as the hills. Yeah?
Farmers are often forced to take the genetically modified seeds as part of a credit package.
Trusted chemicals and pesticides.
A 2006 report found that 60% of Indian farmers using genetically modified seeds could not recover their investment, let alone feed their families. The fight against corporate control of our food is far-reaching. It is the fight for food sovereignty. When corporations dictate what farmers must grow, they are controlling what all of us eat. The outcome of the battle for agricultural control in India may dictate the future of the earth. Peter Proctor is a new type of hero. Rather than battling the problem, he simply lives the solution. Ignoring the machinations of the multinationals, Peter keeps his hands in the soil. After 15 years of travel in India, he has seen a network of biodynamic farms fan out across the country. He believes a revolution is happening, one farmer at a time. Sarvdaman Patel is one of those farmers. Sarvdaman completed his education in the United States, gaining a Master's of Agronomy at the University of Wisconsin-Madison.
My first experience in organic farming, without thinking, I just did it. 2 acres of elephant yam. It was a very good success. So I tried it with bananas. It was a miserable failure. We lost money. So I gave up again. I said I can't do organic. I don't know anything about it. I left it. Went back to my chemical farming. What had really happened was the soil was becoming dead. It was just an anchor for the plants. It was not a living soil. The whole day I was there, Barnes and Nobles, it was a big store. I was looking at the agriculture section and suddenly my eyes went into the organic section. Sat down and read the books from morning till about from 10 till about 5 o'clock in the evening. And that's the real beginning of understanding what is organic farming.